welcome to Making Better Be Day 169 update. Today was a Monday and a rainy day. Not the nicest day we've had, that's for sure, but I guess we could have rain sometimes too. What happened today? Today was a work day, obviously. I went to work. Really getting to the point where I'm really excited about my vacation, counting down. I have 11 more work days remaining, and I have 20 more sleeps before we go away. So getting ready for that. Really looking forward to getting away and just having some fun and doing the fun things and not having to stress out about some of the things at home here. So yeah, that'll be good. I do suspect I'm probably going to miss the dogs though quite a bit. I'm not used to being away from them, and I love the time I spend with them. So that will be a little bit weird, I'm sure. And I'm sure I'll miss the girls as well, but probably the dogs more. Don't tell them I said that though. So what else happened today? Leanne did a little bit of sort of meeting type work at Harmony Heights today, which is the school she's transferring to in September. And after that, she headed down to Halifax to see her mom. I think her mom was having a good day. She seemed to be, anyways, from what I was told. So that's good. Still waiting for a bed to be available in Truro. Nothing became available today, but we're waiting patiently and hoping that we will get that information soon, that there's a spot available for her and she's going to be moved. Like I said, I think I said this yesterday. She is better prepared to take visitors and handle visitors these days, so that if you think you'd like to go visit, if you're down in the area, certainly stop in, say hi, and see her. She'd love that. And if you're unsure, check on the maybe in the group, the update group, or check with Leanne if you think it might not be a good time or something like that. I do also encourage people to check in case she gets moved, kind of quickly and unexpectedly. We may not get a chance to get a message out to the group before that happens. So if you are thinking of going, certainly check and make sure she hasn't been transferred. Take for you to get there and find her not there anymore. So Leanne got home just around supper time, and I didn't really feel like making supper. She didn't really feel like making supper. So we decided to just go out and grab some quick food. We went to Wendy's, which is kind of our standby. I know it's not the best food out there, but it's cheap, and it's about the only fast food that I really seem to be able to tolerate very well at all. I don't do McDonald's, I don't do KFC, I don't do Burger King, I don't do A&W other than maybe breakfast sometimes. Occasionally I can handle Subway, Pita Pit I can handle a little bit. That really is about it. I don't do, and I do some Tim's, I guess, although I'm pretty worn out on their items these days. So we headed there, and then when we came home tonight, we decided we'd watch another movie in anticipation of our trip. So we watched Toy Story, the first one, the original one from I think 1994. I was a little surprised. I didn't really remember the story as well as I thought I did. There were certainly parts of it I remembered, but the overall story, I was like, oh, I don't really remember this. And one of the other things I really noticed about it is it seemed a lot darker than I recall it being, and maybe a little bit more, adult type humor than I recall or remember. But yeah, I was a little shocked at that. Like I say, a bit darker than I had remembered it being. But I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. A lot of really good things in there. We're going to try to watch part 2 and part 3, in the next uh, 20 days or so, and The Incredibles Part 2, and which we'll have to catch in theaters, I imagine. And who knows, we may try to squeeze another couple of movies in there, maybe Frozen, which I haven't seen, or Up, which I don't think Leanne has seen. Who knows what else? We'll just sort of have to play it by ear and see what else we can find. But those are the main ones we're looking at this point, and so that'll be good. So yeah, not a whole lot really else to say tonight. I did manage to go to the gym after that, although I didn't do a huge workout. I really went pretty easy. I did a little bit of glute work that I've been doing that seems to be helping my back, and I did a very, very basic amount of cardio, about 10 or 11 minutes really was about it. I was going at a sort of a moderate pace, more of a warm up really than anything else before I did my glute exercises, and just ended up deciding to call it a night. So one other thing I guess I will talk about a little bit. The World Cup is on now, and some of you may know that I used to be a fairly avid soccer player. I played quite a bit, so it's one of the few sporting events that I pay any amount of attention to. I don't really follow a lot of sports, although World Cup and Olympics are probably the two things that I'll show the most interest in at any time. So anyways, I was checking some of the World Cup, and I was really shocked at a couple of things that I've seen so far. Been some unusual results, I guess, in the early stages. Germany was defeated by Mexico, which I was very shocked about in the early stages. Argentina, I think, tied with Iceland, which very shocked. England just scraped out past Tunisia today. They scored their second goal to give them the win in extra time. It was tied at 1-1 up to that point. So some very, very shocking results, and really I'm a little surprised at the lack of finishing. Now, on the other hand, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, who in the Portugal and Spain game scored 3 goals against Spain, which I don't think anybody's ever scored a hat trick against Spain before. So he seemed to be able to put the ball in the net, but most of the other games I've seen really poor finishing. It appears to be. And again, I haven't watched every play and every goal or every attempt or every highlight reel by any stretch, but from the little bits I've seen, it just seems like there seems to be some issues with people getting the ball on net or in the net, and not for lack of opportunities that I've seen, or what I would think should be opportunities. But that's certainly, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm excited to get a chance to watch a little bit of soccer. I don't catch a lot of it throughout the 4 years in between World Cups. I don't see very much soccer, so I'm quite excited to have the World Cup on and be getting a chance to watch a little bit here and there. I also did hear exciting news just the other day that in 2026, 8 years from now, that North America is hosting the World Cup. There will be games in Mexico, the United States, as well as Canada. So that's pretty exciting. The World Cup's never been in Canada before. I've also heard rumors that the tournament will be expanded to 48 teams. Not sure how I feel about that. I don't really see the value in adding teams that probably will not get past the first round. But who knows? Maybe they'll shock us. That seems to be the trend so far this year. Is there's been some shocks, and so maybe there'll be more. anyways, that's about it for tonight. So, if you've liked this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you have any comments, maybe you have some pics of the World Cup you'd like to share. Maybe you'd like to criticize what I had to say. Who knows? That's okay. I'm open to it. I'd love to hear what what your thoughts are. Right now, I'm thinking my probably favorite teams to win at this point are probably Portugal and Spain. Both looked very good in the opening game against each other. So I think whichever one of those advances, I think we'll see those two teams get matched up again, and I think whichever one advances on the next time they face each other will probably be the winner of the tournament. But we'll see if that prediction holds true. Be interesting to see how that stands up. So if you have any comments, please leave them below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you have any comments about maybe Toy Story, what you thought of that, if you remember it being maybe a little darker than you would expect, or whatever. Any other movies that you think we should be watching before we head down to Disney World in July. We don't have a ton of time, so I don't need a list of 20 or 30 movies, but we might be able to squeeze in one or two extras. So I'd be curious to know what you think might be good ones to add in. And last of all, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have a couple more people hit that subscribe button, bump up my viewership a little bit. Just sort of helps me keep motivated to keep making content. Hopefully I can make content a little bit more interesting and things. I've been a little bit less interesting than I want to be at times. Some nights I'm extremely tired and I just don't have the energy to make an exciting video. And I know I need to really do a little bit better with that. So I'm going to really try to bump things up and bring a little bit more to my videos over the next little while. Maybe get them done a little bit earlier in the day or something like that, so that I can be a little bit less tired at the time of making them. But we'll see what we can do with that. Anyways, that's it for tonight. So have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.